So this is my final project on how to be an agent of social change. Um, First, let me tell you a little bit about my community. The community I work in is a very rural community with high poverty levels. My school district is pre-K through 12 and it's all in one building. We have less than 300 kids in it. That's the entire district. All of the students in the district receive free breakfast and lunch through a program that the school has qualified for. So I believe we had so many students on free and reduced lunch that we actually ended up qualifying for a government program, um, allowing the entire school to receive free breakfast and lunch. Uh, One thing I've noticed this is my third year at this school, is that many of the students struggle to see the value of the things they learn in my classroom, and I'm a mathematics teacher. And many seem more likely to go straight into the workforce, or they seem more interested in just going straight into the workforce than attending college. Many students prefer to work with their hands and would rather learn a trade than sit in a classroom. So we have a lot of students that actually try to sign up for the BOCES program that we have. However, there's only like limited room, and students have to wait until 11th grade, 10th or 11th grade in order to go to that program. So what I want to do is I want to incorporate a plan that not only gets students involved with the community, but helps them become more interested in learning um, mathematics and trades earlier. One way for me to do that is by incorporating Habitat for Humanity. So Habitat for Humanity partners with the community to build and improve homes for those in need. It works alongside volunteers to help pay for mortgages. Their principles is they focus on shelter and affordable housing. They want to make sure every person that's receiving their services has dignity and hope for a brighter future, and they don't feel bad about needing this service. And then they also support sustainable and transformative development. Habitat for Humanity first began with an idea by Clarence Jordan on a small farm in Georgia. He then worked with Habitat's eventual founders, Millard and Linda Fuller, with the concept of partnership housing. This concept focused on people in need of adequate shelter and then working alongside volunteers to build decent, affordable housing. New homeowners' house payments would be combined with no-interest loans that is provided by supporters of the foundation and fundraising through the foundation. Millard and Linda Fuller went overseas to implement some of their work, and then in 1976 they came back and Habitat for Humanity International was founded. And now Habitat works in all 50 states and more than 70 countries, helping over 35 million people. Habitat for Humanity has many programs involved with their foundation. One specifically that I'm interested in is their youth program. Their youth programs give students the ability to meet and work with people who are different from themselves. It helps students understand the needs of others, particularly those living in poor conditions. It gets students involved with strengthening their neighborhoods and communities. Students participate in meaningful work and gives them a sense of accomplishment. Students learn new skills and gain confidence. They also find ways to improve their own life and the lives of others. So through Habitat for Humanity, they can learn how to improve their own housing. So when they eventually become homeowners themselves, they don't have to go out of their way and spend a bunch of money to build themselves a deck. They can do it themselves and save a bunch of money instead of hiring someone to do it. They could also use that to help friends of theirs save money by volunteering to help friends of theirs build new decks once their friends become homeowners. And then the last and probably the most important thing is it shows students how to have fun in ways they may not have thought possible. So the way I want to try and get my students involved with Habitat for Humanity is first by creating an elective course for students. That's going to be project-based learning, such as building a deck, shingling a roof, drawing floor plans, where students would have to determine the materials they need, price out materials, price out whether it'd be cheaper to do it themselves or have contractors do it, all sorts of things. Then we would search out the local Habitat for Humanity projects that kind of correspond to whatever project we're working on in class, and then schedule field trips to go volunteer with Habitat for Humanity so that students could talk to real life construction people to get more information on how to do that, and how to price out materials, how to determine how much materials you need, and so on. The reason I want to do project-based learning is because it's more learner-centered, which is focused on exploring authentic problems and performing well-designed tasks. Problem-based learning has been shown to increase student motivation, which would in turn increase student achievement. It also helps students develop better attitudes toward learning. The five main goals of project-based learning is to construct an extensible and flexible knowledge base, become effective collaborators, develop effective problem-solving skills, become intrinsically motivated to learn, and develop self-directed learning skills. Another type of project-based learning is design-focused projects. As mathematics teachers, we struggle to keep students engaged and motivated in our classrooms. So it's very important for us to make connections between the stuff they learn inside the classroom and students' daily lives and interests. So by creating design-focused projects, you need 12 steps that give students a well-rounded range of skills, such as determining problems, brainstorming, conducting research, generating ideas, being willing to take constructive criticism and get professional feedback, make improvements to their projects, make improvements again, calculate costs, build models, and then finally present projects to, for example, Habitat for Humanity if they were drawing out floor plans for the next housing unit being built. The one thing I want to try and do is I want to try and talk to the organizer of the high school for construction trades, engineering, and architecture, which is located in New York City. this school has programs already in place to help students become more trade or prepared for trade or college. Uh, they have 3 specific programs that they focus on. They have their architecture program, they have a construction program, and they have their engineering program. The one that I would try to probably implement first would be the construction program, because this program leads to national certification aligned with industry standards and a Regents diploma. So students can either go into entry-level positions in construction trades or continue to higher education. And their curriculum is already project-based, and it includes different types of trades such as electrical installation, carpentry, and mechanical construction. So this is how I would like to try and get my students involved with their local community, and also more motivated to learn mathematics and perform better in school, and then also help them see if they would rather go to college or if they would like to enter the workforce after high school.